Hi, it's Linda from Homestead by the Lake. So, tree pears coming out my ears. So today we are going to make pear preserves. Okay, you ready to make some pear preserves? Oh, hold on. I'm not ready. No knife, no peeler, no cutting board. My table is full and even my chairs had pears on them. So I have measured 8 pounds this morning. So we are gonna start with 8 pounds and see how many that gives us. So what I'm going to do is just peel. And then I guess with pear preserves, you can do it whatever way you want. I've read that sometimes you slice them really thin, and then other times people did them in chunks. So I have an 8-cup measure here. So I am going to fill it up with 8 cups of pears. So I think what I'm gonna do is kind of make it chunky, like that, I think. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and keep them as close in size as I can. And then we are going to fill up the container with 8 cups of chopped pears, and then we'll be back. See, when it starts to get lighter in color on the peel, these types of pears, I don't know what these pears are. We have a pear tree and I don't know what they are. But as soon as they start to turn not as green, as soon as they get a little bit of color to them, look, they start to go bad on the inside. And it's very juicy. So you have to watch them carefully to make sure that you're getting them before they start to go rotten and soft inside. Otherwise you'll lose them real quick. And you gotta make sure you're not gonna use any of that. Cut that all away. Very good. I have never made pear preserves. So I am very excited for this recipe. If this is the way our grandparents used to do it, then you can bet it's gonna be delicious. Now, it does use a lot of sugar. That it does. So that's probably why it's so good though, right? So what would you use pear preserves on? Pear goes so good with like pork. You can put pear preserves on biscuits and toast and ice cream and pancakes. I bet you it would even be really good on cheese, like in a charcuterie board. I bet you. But I made the apple butter in that video. Should already be on if you're interested in that. And that came out really nice. My goodness, I was right in that core. Okay, I have diced up 8 cups of pears. So now what we're gonna do is you're gonna take whatever you have, something big. If you don't have a glass jar, you can use a pot, and you're going to put your apples in the bottom. And basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna layer pears, oops, one on the floor, pears and sugar. And we're gonna layer it till we get all the way up to the top. Try not to lose these. Oops, there goes another one. Oh wow, that's actually quite a bit. Okay, we should be able to do 2. So now what I need, and hold on, I'll be back. Pears that you do. I'm using cane sugar. You can use white sugar, and you can also use cane sugar. Okay, and that's going to get sprinkled all over your pears. 2 cups. Probably should have got a bowl so I didn't get sugar all over the place, right? That would have been the smart thing to do, Linda. All right, 2 cups of sugar. I'm gonna set this aside. Okay, there we go. So now I'm gonna cut up another 8 cups of pears, and that's gonna go on top. Put the top right on there. And I'll be back after I get these all cut up. You see my table? Full. Pears coming out my ears. I love it. This is so much fun, especially trying new recipes. I've never made this, and I also never made a pear butter. So I was thrilled to get that done yesterday. That was fun. And that's really good. It reminds you of a fall, it just reminds you of fall because it has nutmeg and vanilla and what else is in there? No cinnamon in it, but, and it turns a brown, dark color just like an apple butter does. Same thing. That one actually has a bad spot, which thankfully I don't see in these pears. Like these pears just, and I do absolutely nothing to them. So there's no chemicals on them. I literally do nothing. Unfortunately, sometimes we have to fight with some squirrels because the squirrels love them. But they'll go and take a bite, and then it's too heavy for them to carry, so it's on the ground, or it's still in the tree with the bite taken out of it. They're little boogers. But they have to eat too, right? We have plenty we can share with our squirrels. £8. And 8 pounds, of course it depends on the size of your pears. 8 pounds gave me 10 cups. Gave me 10 cups. So I need, let's see, I think I'll do 6 this time and weigh it and see what that is. And that's 5 pounds. There we go, 6 pounds. So I'm gonna mark that on here. I'm trying to keep track of my pounds. And then we'll see how many more we need to finish the 8 cups. Because in that jar, I'm only gonna get another 8 cups in there. I hope I can get 8 cups in there. We'll see. Look at this size. Look at the size of these pears. It's crazy. Gonna have to start thinking about next year's recipes. If anybody has any recipe ideas for pears, please pass them along. Because we have enough pears, don't we? Oh, you know what too? If anybody knows what kind of pear tree I have, let me know. Maybe you recognize this. But they're very hard pears, and they're ready in July. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with where I live, that they're ready in July, and because it's so hot, but I always have to check in July as they start getting bigger to see when they're ready. And I don't know, I'm feeling like this year they're ready a little bit early, but I could be wrong. Doesn't it? For some reason, I don't know why, I feel like pears go faster than apples during apple season. I'm sure that makes absolutely no sense at all. It's probably the same. But I feel like these pears are going quick. I don't know why. All right, we are at 8 cups. All right, I'm all cut up. I have another 8 cups. So for 16 cups of pears, I used 8, 9, 10, 11. I used 12 pears. That's some big pears, right? All right, so now, where's my, hopefully that'll help me not lose pears. Let's fill the jar up the rest of the way. Please make it. Let's see. Oh, it's going to be so close. I think we can get there though. Did I drop some? I did. I am going to push down, if I can, to make more room to get this little bit left in there. It's not all that much. Seeing some bad spots. Oh, it's definitely gonna make it. This jar, what is this jar? This is a gallon jar that I have, an old pickle jar. Some of our, some of our local restaurants will put them outside their door. So if you want pickle jars, they leave them out there for you. I think that's great. This is where I got them. All right, now we need 2 more cups of sugar. And I'm using cane sugar. Get that in there. Make room for sugar, please. It will go down. We'll get it in there. All right, I'm gonna have to do some squishing before I put any more in there. We're getting it in there. I'm gonna have to go slower with the next cup because I am missing some here. Now that we have our second cup going in, now what you need is some lemon juice. I'm gonna do at least 4 tablespoons in here. That in there. I'm going to get a damp cloth and clean off my top since my sugar is so full. Do you believe that's it? This is all we do. You layer it, and it's already making juice down here. The sugar pulls out the water in the pears and makes a juice. So now what we do is we put the top on it. I'm going to put a towel over it, and it's going to sit on my counter till tomorrow. And then we'll be back tomorrow to finish processing. All right, I got through my next batch of 8 cups. And I'm going to throw a 1/4 cup in first. And I've already pressed down all my pears. So here goes our next 8 cups. Oh, and I will figure out how many pounds of pears that was, because I kept track and was measuring them as I was filling it up. Or I was weighing them, I should say. I hope these fit. Oh, it's gonna be close again. That's okay. We will make it. Yes, we will. I am so excited that you can actually see the surface of my table. There are some spots that don't have pears on it now. Isn't that funny? This is wonderful. This is great to have on your shelf when you need something. Oh, we're definitely gonna make it. All right, voila. Look at that. Now I'm going to get 2, well, minus 1/4, 2 cups. One more. We are going through the cane sugar. Time to get some more. Actually, I think I have some more already. Pretty sure I do. Second cup. There we go. Now I need my tablespoon. And I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of lemon juice on top. All right. So we are done for today. I have 2 gallons of pears ready to go. Let me get the other one. Oh, look at this one. Look. This one already has juice that has drawn out in the bottom. Do you see that? Oh, wow. Very nice. My spoon is already going all the way down. Get what that sugar does. Very nice. See all that juice? So this is softening the pears and making the juice for the pear preserves. Now look at that. Look at how much that went down. Just from a little bit ago, that was totally full. Check that out. So what I'm gonna do is these are gonna go on the counter. I'm just gonna throw a towel over them, keep the sun off, or keep the light off of them. And then tomorrow we'll process the preserves, and then we're also going to water bath can it. I hope you stay tuned, and I hope you make your own pear preserves. All right, they've been sitting overnight. Are you ready to see them? Ooh-hoo-hoo-hoo. Look at that. Look at all that juice in there. Oh, look at this one. This one has all the juice at the bottom. Wow. All right, so now I'm gonna get my pots out and we are going to finish cooking our pear preserves. So I'm gonna take one jar and I'm going to empty it in my big pot. Oh, I'm wondering if I'm going to be able, I'm going to be able to fit this in one pot. I was thinking I had to do 2 pots. Oh, look at all that sugar down there. I'm going to have to get that out. Oh, I can definitely fit both in this pot. Uh-oh. There you go. Okay, I've got both jars in my pot. Get out the sugar. So I am that was not gonna fit. So I am going to get this pot going, and it's gonna be on about medium right now till it gets going. And then what we need to do is cook this for it's gonna take at least 2 hours. I have my pot on medium, and I'm gonna put a lid on it, and I'm going to let that come to a boil. And it's gonna cook for a good couple hours, 2.5 hours. We'll see how long it takes. And we'll check on it periodically. And some pear preserves today. I'm very excited. All right, this has been cooking about an hour, and it is starting to reduce. It's looking beautiful. We have another hour or so to go, so we'll be back. Oh, look at this, it's done. It took, let's see, it cooked 2 hours.
And this is the color that you want it to turn into. See this nice brown color? And your pears are basically almost translucent. See that? That's what you're looking for. Now I'm going to can it up in some 1/2 pint jars. But if you don't want to can it, I'm sure you can just put it right in your fridge. Make a smaller batch and put it in the fridge.
Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you make your own.